that half of it, they still tell it all. The same people believe in anything they saw. I'm too busy minding minds, I can't deal.
So all in all, yes, it is expensive to have kids and at that multiple kids. But you can still create, good moments. Still do things without, having this said dollar amount. Because this will stress a lot of people out just reading this shit, you know. And even though, I wasn't fortunate to experience everything, but as far as the childhood that I got to, control whatever that is, as far as like, just being around the neighborhood, having fun with my friends and stuff, that was free. You know what I'm saying? But, it is something to think about. You do want to at least put yourself in a situation where, you are making enough to at least have the option. You'll never want to have no options. I know that's a double negative, but you don't want to have no options. And I had heard a quote. I was watching a documentary on Katrina, and they was talking about. They was saying like people who are less income, low key don't their decisions really don't matter or they don't have options. So I just want to kind of stress that like please start thinking about getting yourself to a point where you can at least make enough to enjoy life, but don't sell your soul for it or don't overwork yourself for it because it could backfire on you. But that would kind of lead us to our next topic will be about create a village. And with me, or I'm gonna say with me, the cost of daycare is through the roof. It's more than if you talking full time daycare. It's more than a mortgage, more than a rent. So you pretty much paying double. I think it's very important that we create a village of people that can look out, if need be, like the old days, where fortunately, we had our grandmothers close by, grandparents, uncles, or just your friends, parents, if y'all was that close. Like, look out for one another, because it is can be, challenging situation for certain people at certain moments. So we can talk about that on how important it is to have a village and be a part of a village. What you think about that, bro?
I think a village is very, very important. A song I hated back in the day was that Drake No New Friends.
Right.
I hated that song, man, because I think people developed this mindset that, because we struggled and that we got somewhere, we felt like we did it by ourselves. And we forgot about the people who helped us get there. And so as a father and just as a man, to be honest with you, man, like it's very important. I came from, like I said, especially being in the military, also growing up, what I'm saying? Me and you playing ball for hours, I came from a good village. Mm-hmm. And so it was very, very important for me at times that I didn't even know how important it was to have that village. And now as a kid, as a father having a kid, man, like I'm very aware of like fathering within my bandwidth. Mm-hmm. And so, that's why I only got one kid, and if the time is right, maybe another one, but like, especially you and my girlfriend, what I'm saying, she has a very rich village, and being able to witness that. And then also tying in with our kids, when we need a break or we want to go do something, we have a village to rely on when it's like, hey, maybe want to go on a date night. We have people we can call, or we have people who can also help us when there's times that we need advice, thank God I got my parents, thank God I got my boys to talk about that. But as raising a kid, I think it's very important for my son to start to develop his village.
Sure.
That really shapes your mindset as a kid. And as a father, we got to be more aware of like who our kids are hanging around.
Right.
So it is very, very important for me. That's actually like something I've been like very, very passionately like attacking, like moving back to Columbus. Like I need my village. Right. I need my village. like, yeah, I love having one-on-one time with my son, but like, I want my son to, hang out with his cousins and do stupid stuff with his cousins, go swimming, run around, shoot water guns, go play ball, play football. When he actually start playing sports, it's just not me and his mom,
right?
At the game, like, all my boys there, or, my family's there, because, especially in this time and age, like, family and friends is very important. Like, I don't really call, like, people I really fuck with, like, I don't call you my friend. Like it's my boy, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very, very important to me. Like, we developing that tribe, because once you have that tribe, man, like, that struggle, whatever struggle you're going through is way easier.
It's way
easier.
100%,
you're not thinking about
man.
money. Like, yeah, you're going to think about money, but like the money stretches longer. The work day doesn't seem that bad because you got your village to fall upon. So like, in my adulthood, venturing out and finding my brothers, within the military and coming back here, man, like, I had to start weaning people out that wasn't part of the growth I wanted for myself and for my son. And like, especially us coming back to Columbus and us chopping up more and stuff, reconnecting with a lot of people, bro. Like, having a village, man, long story short, is very, very 100%, important.
Man. I agree with that heavy. Like I said before, growing up, I wasn't that close with a lot of family. Mm-hmm. So my friends was really, I relied on my friends a lot. Even, when I was going through a tough time with school, when I had to leave school, man, the first person outside hitting up my mom, but first people I was hitting up was like my friends, like, hey, man, like, I'll come through. I'm about to hit the city.
Yeah.
I'm about to come back to Dayton, man. I'm about to leave school. But right now I need, like, to be around some people that I don't feel judged or they understand, like, just having that accountability because, like, man, this shit tough. I don't know where I'm about to go from here type shit.
Yeah.
When I was going through my little moment back in 2013, 14. But, most of my friends now are through, people I knew for years, like backyard homies.
It's like 20 years right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And a handful of people, like, that I can go to and they understand situations because we've been through some shit together. They looked out for me. I looked out for them. All natural, not looking for any payback, not looking for anything in return. It's just like, hey, bro, I'm gonna hold you down, or like you got something that's going down. Make sure this shit don't get out like that, or whatever it may be. Very important. And like you said, like, weeding out people that don't fit what you're going for, pretty much, or the shift that you're in, or it's needed, because if you don't do that, the shift will never happen. You will be stuck in that same period, or those same mindsets will continue to poison, like, what you're trying to build or trying to grow.
And I feel that, like, and I feel like it's very important, especially as men, because when you see women, like, out and about, and whenever they find their true friends, like, they link up for everything,
right?
Brunch, nails done, haircuts, stuff like that. Not haircuts, but
hey, bro, we'll go get haircuts.
Yeah, let's get that ball.
Let's go get some haircuts together, bro.
But it's harder for men. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for men because I think we get caught up in this whole idea, like, work hard and then we just want to, like, chill at home sometimes. Or all the other pressures of being a man. Like, you got to take one hat off and put on another hat.
Right.
And so it's like, yeah, I got to work. Then I got to go home and clean the yard, and I got to cut the grass. And then we got after school activities for the kids, and et cetera, et cetera. And so it's harder for men, like, to really just get out and do things, and I struggle with that now because I'm like, man, y'all trying to go bowling? Y'all trying to hit a rooftop spot? Y'all trying to watch the game somewhere?
I'm in that era, like, I struggle with that when I first moved back. Or now I ain't gonna say when I first moved back. I would say once I had my first kid. That first year was, like, tough as hell.
Yeah.
Because of the work schedule. Like, I was, like, we're going to talk about what motherfuckers be going through to make shit work, bro. And, like, I put myself through a gauntlet of, like, different situations just to make it work for our situation. And, And was it the best for yourself? Probably not. But for the overall thing, like it had to be done and got through it. But yeah, you're right. I think you know, when it does come to that village too and those people, I think it definitely come down to like, you know, how much we respect one another, and that's what it come down to. Like, do you respect me enough? Do I respect you enough to understand your situations?
Yeah.
And do you truly want to build this village? Because people say it all the time. People say a lot of things all the time, and you know, and I'm no victim of it. And that's one thing I've been working on is to like fulfill my promises that I make. And like some of my promises were to be, you know, closer to my siblings or be there for my siblings more. And with the
boy, that shit taxing.
Man, it is though, man. It is. Fortunately, like, you know, my sister and my younger bro, they moved up to Cleveland. Not Cleveland, Columbus.
Okay.
So I see them, like, even though they got their own life, but I see them more often now. And, you know, I work with my other bro currently, so I see him whenever I'm in the office. So outside of Justin, I can't never catch up with that. My older bro, I can never catch up with his ass, man. He always doing something. But just fulfilling my promises, being there for my friends, being there for the homies. Like, you know, we want to get a production thing going, and I want to be a part of it. And, like, you know, just want to, just, you know, really be there. Really say that we're going to do this. Like, we got to have these outings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got to, like, go get a drink. Like, that's simple. We got to have these things to really build a connection low-key, even though we have the connection on the bro side, but we talking about getting our kids involved, and we talking about serious stuff. Because one day, you know, somebody going to have a serious health issue, and, like, you got to, like, you know, I don't want to be that person to hold it in. You know what I mean? And then y'all find out, like, damn, bro, how long you had this? I did about a year now. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man, like, you going through some shit, like, let us know so we can, like, encourage you, go make sure you do your treatments or whatever they may be. God forbid my friends or my homies, my bros don't go through no shit like that. But life, you never know. So, yeah, man, it's very important for me. People that, you know, I want to build this village with. And, you know, we explained that is important to them too. So, yeah.
It's very important, man, because, like, especially as raising kids, like, you know, with my son, like, I want him to have friends. Right. And I don't want him to have friends just because of trauma bonding. And, And, we struggle, so he know me. Like, you know, or he or she know me because we both come from the struggle.
Type
like,
shit, yeah.
Like, I want my son to be in a very diverse school, you know what I'm saying, that he can understand backgrounds and understand white, black, you know, different cultures, you know, so he has the ability to walk in different rooms,
right,
and know how to manage that and develop those friendships.
Yeah. I can teach my kid about the struggle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, you ain't got to go through it.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm gonna tell you, like, you're gonna experience working for your stuff, yes, but like if you want to know about, you know, I want you to be around people who, you know, thinks about being a kid, thinks about, like you said, doing kid things and having fun and stuff. I want you to worry about that. I don't want you to worry about, like, you know, yeah, we cool. Cause, like you just said, we cool because we came from the same city from the ground up, you know, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But, you know, part of the story, part of our story. Yeah, and man. I think the whole mission is for us to learn from those lessons and to put our kids in a better position. So when it's come down for them to make decisions, they can make better decisions as well to continue the growth of just the whole legacy. And, and the village will, you know, we there for each other, man. That's what, again, I want this podcast, I want this show to be about, man. We just going to be open and honest. Thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Dash Shift Podcast. For more content, just follow us on YouTube at the Dash Shift Podcast or follow me on Instagram or TikTok at OneLowBrown. Till then, see y'all soon.
Of it, they still tell it all. The same people believe in anything they saw. I'm too busy minding minds, I can't deal with y'all. That's why I stay dolo until my name is called. Yeah,